All right, so everybody can join me in standing. We'll get going with our warm-up. Just gonna start by marching. Nice high knees, make sure our arms are moving as well. It's for about 45 seconds before we jump into our first thing of cardio. All right, so like always, we're gonna start with strengthening with the lower body, move up to core, then we'll do arms, and we'll do some cardio sprinkled in between. All right. So just a few seconds. We'll start with our first thing of cardio. Make sure you have plenty of room for this one. But what we're going to do is we're going to have a slight bend in the knees, and we're going to walk forward, swinging our legs out, and then walk back, keeping nice, strong quads as you're doing this. So walking forward, walking back. And you can start kind of slow as we're still warming up, but we're definitely going to pick up the pace as we continue on, okay? So walking forward, swinging out, and then walking back as well. Awesome. All right, let's go ahead and march. Got a little bit more cardio to do before I move on to strengthening. In this one, we are going to do some jumping jacks. So they can be modified jumping jacks, or you can just go ahead and do regular jumping jacks. Up to you. I'm going to do the modified ones. All right, so what you're going to do with this is you're going to swing your arms up and you're going to step out one leg at a time, okay? Again, you can start off with a slower pace, but then let's pick up the pace as we get more warmed up. More seconds. Awesome. All right, let's march. Alrighty, let's go ahead and get going with our first thing of strengthening. Okay. So this first one, real simple. We're just gonna do some regular squats, okay? So feet are about shoulder width distance apart, toes slightly pointed out, and we're just gonna squat. Depending on your fitness level, you can go as deep or as shallow into these as you like. Keep on squatting, you got it. All right. We're going to do a little bit longer with this one, okay? So keep strong. We've got about 10 more seconds left, not long at all. Sure, you're putting most of your weight in your heels on this one. Awesome. Okay, let's go ahead and march. This next one's also going to be 45 seconds, okay? This one's not too bad, though. We're going to do this one. We're just going to do some calf raises, okay? So you're just going to come up on your tippy toes, hold it for a second, then come back down. 45 seconds. Nice and easy. Make sure you're holding at the top for a little bit. 3-ish seconds. Should be starting to feel a burn. Let's do one more. Awesome job. Let's march it out. We're going back to our cardio. And then we'll continue on with a little bit more of lower body strengthening, okay? Knees are still high, arms are still moving. And we're going to pick up the pace a little bit on this round of cardio, okay? All right, so nice and low. And we're doing monster walks, walking forward, swinging out your legs, walking back, picking up the pace just a little bit. Ten more seconds left in this one. Awesome job. Let's march. So I've got our jumping jacks or modified jumping jacks, up to you. Right, here we go. Again, going a little bit quicker than last time. I'm tying my shoe. All right, 10 more seconds. Awesome job. Go ahead and march it out. Gonna tie my shoe, but keep marching. All right. Okay, still lower body strengthening. So this one, we're gonna do a wall sit for 45 seconds, okay? So find your wall. You can also do this one at the desk if you'd like, just kind of slowly slide down and hold it. But I'm gonna go to the wall. Go ahead and slowly get down to the wall sit, and we're gonna hold it for about 45 seconds, okay? The deeper you go, obviously, the harder it's gonna be, so just kind of adjust whatever feels better. If you need to come up here and take a quick break, that's totally fine. Just make sure you try to get back down into it, okay? Got about 10 more seconds. So not long at all. All right, great job. Go ahead and slowly come out of it. And let's march. Get warm. All right. Well, we've got one more lower body exercise before we move on to core. All right, and this one, it's going to be a twist on the squat, okay? So we're going to do wide, super wide legs, wider than the shoulder width distance apart. Toes are still pointed out. And we're just going to do some sumo squats, okay? So you kind of will feel it more on the inner leg there than anything. Still quads are working, glutes are still working. Okay, and a few more seconds of this one. Keep going. Remember, this is the last lower body. Last one. Really good job. Okay, let's march. Okay, and we are back to our cardio. Again, pick up the pace if you can. And we'll do some core stuff and then finish up with upper body. I'm knees still. Alrighty. Let's do our monster walks. Bend in the knees, walking forward, walking back. Kind of limited by my space here, but if you have a ton of space, go ahead and walk all around. Alrighty, great job. Let's march it out. Still got our jumping jacks. Okay, modified. Awesome job. Okay. March it out. Moving on to the core. So these exercises we're going to do in our chair, okay? Make sure you have one close by. And what we're going to do for this first one, you can both have a seat. Adjust this a little bit. But what we're going to do here is kind of a bicycle crunch here, okay? So basically what you're going to do is kind of crunching in opposite, legs are alternating. It's like if you know those bicycle crunches on the floor when you're on your back, kind of same thing. Gonna be here for a minute, okay? Keep strong. We've got 40 seconds left. Make sure your core is tight. Twenty seconds left. Keep going. Make sure your arms are staying up. Awesome job. All right, go ahead and stand up. Let's march it out. Take a quick break. We're going to come right back here, though, after this 30-second break. All right, and this one, same exercise, but it's going to be a three-parter, okay? All right, so go ahead and have a seat. You're going to sit at the very edge of your chair. And what we're going to do with this one is we're just going to start nice tall posture. And we're just going to bring one leg. So it's kind of like a one leg crunch. Try not to let this leg that's moving drop at all. Few more seconds before we take a break. Awesome job. Let's stand up, march it out. Quick break. We're going to the other leg. Got 15 seconds before we do the other leg. All right, go ahead and have a seat. 30 seconds, opposite leg. Remember, we got one more part to do after this. do one more. Awesome job. Stands up. Let's march. Quick break. Finish up core with one more exercise. All right, go ahead and have a seat again. And this one, we're going to do both legs. So use your armrest to help you and really bring those legs up, okay? This one's a bit more challenging. So if you need some extra help with your chair, use it. Only a few more, you got it, stay strong. Let's do one more. Awesome job. All right, you can get your chair out of your way. Let's go ahead and march. We're going to go back to cardio. And we've got some upper body to do. So remember, monster walks are first. Even quicker this time, okay? So our last fast thing of cardio to really make it count. We're still controlled. We're not out of control, but we're going quick. Few more seconds. Awesome. Okay. Go ahead and march it out. So other jumping jacks, okay? All right, here we go. Remember, nice and quick. Still controlled though. I'd rather you go slower and have good form. Awesome job. Okay, let's march. All right. So we are going to start our arms with a little bit of triceps. It's back here. And then we're going to do some arm pulses, okay? Now we'll finish up with some stretching. Do 45 seconds on with the triceps. We're going to do some dips off your desk. All right, let's go ahead and get in position. Grab the back of your desk like that. Sink down, come up, nice and controlled. You can also do this one in your chair, like kind of sit up on your armrests. This one's gonna be a little bit harder though, okay? A little less than 15 seconds. Last one. Awesome job. All right, let's mark it out. Okay. There's gonna be a little bit different from the arm pulses that we usually do. I'll show you what we're doing. Okay, it's 4 directions. Each 30-second on, we're gonna run through it twice, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and start. Gonna raise your arms laterally, okay? So no breaks in between. We'll do a break after the first round, okay? All right, let's go ahead and come forward. Ten more seconds before we change directions. Yeah. All right, and now we're gonna punch out to the ceiling. Already halfway done with these, with the first round. But we still got that break coming up. All right, and very last one, squeezing shoulder blades together. Awesome job. Okay, let's march. Quick 30 seconds, and then we're gonna run it through one more time, adding a little bit of a pulse in there, and then we'll be done. We'll slow down our cardio after we're done, and then we'll stretch it out. Okay. So instead of just straight up and down, we're gonna add a little half pulse, okay? So join me coming out to the side. Stomach, sorry. All right, let's go ahead and come forward. All right, let's go ahead and punch up, half pulse. It's gonna be the hardest one. All right, and for everyone being in this class, we're gonna do a random name draw to somebody who gets some free exercise bands. So I'll send you an email later today or maybe early tomorrow. All right, let's change directions, going back. So just be on the lookout for an email from me. Some free exercise bands. We will be doing an exercise band class at some point. To be determined. Awesome job. All right, let's go ahead and slowly march it out. We're actually just gonna march. We're gonna skip the cardio. I really want to make sure we get a good stretch in. Just march. Take deep breaths. Let's slow our heart rate down. Slow down your marching. Slow down your arms. Alrighty. So we're gonna first start with a quad stretch. trusty quad stretch. So go ahead and grab your foot, ankle, whatever you can. You can do this one sitting down too if you like kind of hanging your leg off the back and grabbing it back there. Just hold it for 30 seconds. We've got about 10 more seconds before we switch legs. Still taking nice deep breaths. All right, let's go ahead and switch. And feel free to hold on to something if you need to. I need to. Few more seconds. Okay, all right, let's go ahead and focus on the calves now. So we're gonna do that calf stretch, okay? So put your toes up on something. I like using my trash can, but you can use desk, whatever you have, corner of the door. What you're gonna do is really slowly lean in. So you feel that stretch back down there. Hold it, hold it. All right, let's go ahead and switch on over to the other side. Really slowly lean in. A few more seconds. Alrighty, this next one we're gonna do in our chair. We have a seat. And what we're gonna do with this one is that sitting cat-cow, okay? So that's gonna look like you're gonna round your back, chin goes towards your chest, hold it. And then we're gonna do the opposite. So curving your back, head goes up to the ceiling. We'll do it again. Arch your back, go forward. Curve your back, come up. Do it one more time. Forward. Up. All right, awesome. Moving on to the arms. You can do a quick lat stretch / tricep stretch. We're real slow with these. Let's go ahead and switch to the other side. All right, and let's go ahead and finish up with that crossbody shoulder stretch. 15 seconds this way, 15 seconds the other way. All right, switch sides. All righty, and that is all I have today. Appreciate everyone for coming out. Another good one.